A lot of people believe that to speak English fluently, you need to move to an English-speaking country. You need to be surrounded by native speakers every single day. You need to live it, breathe it, eat it. And if you cannot do that, well, good luck. But here's the truth. That belief is wrong. And today, I am going to tell you exactly why and show you what actually makes someone fluent, no matter where they live in the world. Let me start with a question. Why do some people live in an English-speaking country for years and still struggle to speak fluently? And why do some people who have never left their home country speak English with incredible confidence and naturalness? Think about that for a second. If living abroad was the secret to fluency, then everyone who moves to an English-speaking country would become fluent quickly. But that does not always happen. Some people move abroad and still spend most of their time with people who speak their first language. They shop at familiar stores, watch shows from home, and avoid situations where they have to use English. Location does not make you fluent. What you do every day makes you fluent. So what is the real secret? It comes down to one word: immersion. Not the kind of immersion that requires a plane ticket, the kind you can create anywhere, right now, in the life you already have. Immersion means surrounding yourself with English so consistently that your brain starts to treat it as a natural part of your environment, not as something foreign that requires effort to process. And you can build that environment wherever you are. Here is how. The first pillar of fluency is massive listening input. Fluent speakers have heard thousands and thousands of hours of natural English, not textbook dialogues, real English with all its speed, its rhythm, its connected sounds, its slang, its emotion. Your brain learns to speak by first learning to hear. The more real English you absorb, the more naturally your speech starts to mirror it. So listen constantly. Podcasts, YouTube, movies, TV shows, music, interviews. Make English the default soundtrack of your day, not as background noise you ignore, but as something you are genuinely engaged with. The second pillar is output. You have to speak. This sounds obvious, but so many learners spend years consuming English without ever producing it. They understand a lot, but freeze the moment they have to open their mouth. The reason is simple. Understanding a language and producing it are two different skills, and you can only build the second one by actually doing it. You do not need a native speaker conversation partner to start. Talk to yourself. Narrate what you're doing around the house. Retell a story from a show you watched. Record voice memos in English and play them back. Every time you make your mouth form English words in real time, you are building the neural pathways that fluency runs on. The third pillar is thinking in English. Most learners translate. They think of what they want to say in their first language, translate it into English in their head, and then say it. This process is slow, it feels unnatural, and it breaks your flow. Fluent speakers do not translate. They think directly in English. This is something you have to train deliberately. Start small. When you wake up in the morning, think your first few thoughts in English. When you're walking somewhere, describe what you see around you in English. When you have an opinion about something, form it in English first. It will feel awkward at first, but within weeks, you'll notice the gap between thinking and speaking getting smaller, and that's exactly what fluency feels like. The fourth pillar is emotional connection to the language. This one is underrated, but incredibly powerful. When you learn a word or phrase in an emotionally meaningful moment, when it makes you laugh, when it surprises you, when it connects to something you care about, your brain stores it much more deeply than a word you memorized from a list. This is why people who are obsessed with English music or deeply in love with American or British TV shows often become fluent faster. The emotion creates memory. The memory creates fluency. So stop treating English like an academic subject. Find the part of English culture that genuinely excites you and dive into it. Let yourself enjoy it. That enjoyment is not a distraction from learning. It is the learning. The fifth pillar is consistency over intensity. You do not need to move abroad. You do not need 8 hours a day. You need to show up every single day, even for just 20 or 30 minutes, and engage with English in a meaningful way. The brain builds language through repetition over time, a little bit every day, day after day, year after year. That's how fluency is built. People who move abroad and become fluent aren't fluent because of the location. They're fluent because living abroad forced them to use English every single day without a break. You can recreate that consistency without the plane ticket. So let me bring this all together. Fluency is not a destination. It's not a country you move to. It's a set of daily habits that you build and protect over time. Listen massively, speak consistently, think in English, connect emotionally with the language, show up every day. Do those 5 things wherever you are in the world, and fluency is not a dream. It's just a matter of time. That's it for today. If this episode helped shift your perspective, share it with someone who thinks they need to live abroad to speak English well. And leave a comment below. Where in the world are you listening from right now? I want to know how many countries are in this community. Drop your country in the comments and let's see how global this really is. See you in the next one.